practically all of us are being tricked into believing that the word faith means accepting some conviction without any evidence or logical reasoning. Or worse yet, that faith implies that you're supposed to force yourself to think and act as if something is true, in spite of what your rational mind might be telling you. And this false and ridiculous definition is being sold to us as some kind of beautiful or spiritual or even needed experience, where you should let go of your doubts and thinking and just accept something. This is poison, and it is the exact opposite of what the Bible teaches. The idea that you should ignore facts, logic, and critical thinking and simply follow something based on a feeling or experience is exactly how manipulation works. Any person or organization that claims something but opposes rational investigation or avoids a fair dialogue is clearly afraid that their claim will prove to be false. Otherwise, they would welcome it with the conviction that it would always prove their position. So the idea that faith is not supposed to be about facts and logic is something that only liars and lying cults say to trick people who are in desperate need. And this is what sets the true biblical Christianity apart from every single religion, cult, or worldview. Because the message in the Bible constantly calls people to use their God-given mind and logic and use their ability to think critically, to always test everything, and to top it off, to always be vigilant and cautious of church leaders. Now, which religion, worldview, or even the political party dares to ask their followers to logically test itself? The whole point of being a true Christian is that you become an independent thinker, to seek to only follow the truth, not other people, nor traditions, nor any subjective feelings, just the truth. Hence, there is not a single example in the Bible of anyone becoming a believer based on a mere feeling or emotional experience. But in every instance, there are facts, evidence, and logical reasoning involved that serve as a solid ground for someone to build their faith on. And if you want to follow the Bible, then you need to follow these examples too. Because actual faith requires reason. Just like hope and trust, if it's done blindly, then it's something else. If you then actually stop to think for yourself, you will quickly realize that this is all plain common sense. Assuming something to be real or true without any substantial reason, we already have a word for that. A wish, a fantasy, a delusion, or even a fear. So real faith, at its core, is an intelligent estimation of reality based on your available knowledge and logic. This is why Romans 12, verses 1 and 2, if you read the original text, talks about a logical worship and mentions how our way of thinking needs to become different, as one that tests things. God's will concerning this topic is clearly and strongly expressed throughout the whole Bible. The one true God doesn't want blind and mindless followers. God desires that people use their mind, grow in knowledge, guard themselves against deceptive emotional desires and temptations, and are at all times capable of explaining exactly what they believe and why. If you side with the truth, you will never have to be afraid of critical investigation or conversing with anyone who has an opposing view. Then you will experience what it really feels like to have God on your side, because you will be on His. This is what gives you the needed mental rest and confidence when you act and speak in front of others, and it will give you the desire to look for more. Any person who claims something else regarding the Christian teaching does not do that on the basis of any research or biblical knowledge, but on the basis of their own false or blind emotional assumption. And if you have honestly tested and investigated this, you will have solid and logical reasons to believe that Christ died for your sins, rose from the dead, and that you are now saved. So go, be the salt, be the light. God is calling you.